Good morning. We are now discussing about the theory of retarding plates. A doubly refracting plate cut in such a way that the optic axis being parallel to the refracting phase and the thickness of the crystal is such that it has to produce certain amount of phase difference between the ordinary and extraordinary rays is called a retarding plate. I will repeat once again. A retarding plate is a doubly refracting plate. It is cut in such a way that the optic axis is parallel to the refracting phase and the thickness of the crystal is such that it has to produce a phase difference of, it has to produce certain amount of phase difference or required amount of phase difference between ordinary and extraordinary rays. Now, in order to study this, let us consider a beam of plane polarizer light and let this plane polarizer light is incident normally on the calcite crystal. It is cut in such a way that the optic axis is parallel to the refracting phase. Now, let the linear vibrations of the incident light will be along PQ as shown in figure. Let the linear vibrations of the incident light will be along PQ as shown in figure, and let these vibrations make an angle theta with that of the optic axis. Now, let these vibrations will have an amplitude A. Let capital A represent the amplitude of these vibrations of the incident light. On entering the crystal, light on entering this crystal will split into extraordinary and ordinary rays. So, the amplitude of vibration also splits. A cos theta represent the vibrations parallel to the optic axis and therefore they constitute the amplitude of extraordinary wave, and A sin theta represent the vibrations perpendicular to the optic axis, and this constitute the amplitude of ordinary wave. And when this light will come out of the crystal, will leave the crystal on the other side, there will be a phase difference phi between ordinary and extraordinary rays. Since calcite is a negative crystal, velocity of extraordinary ray is larger than the velocity of ordinary ray by a phase angle phi. Now, in order to study this, let us consider x is equal to a sin omega t plus phi as the extraordinary ray and y equals b sin omega t as the ordinary ray. Let x represents extraordinary ray and y represents the ordinary ray. And it can be rewritten as x by a equals sin omega t plus phi and y by b equals sin omega t plus sin omega t. X by a can be rewritten as x by a equals, this is the form of sin of a plus b, and therefore it is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Rewriting again, x by a equals, instead of sin omega t, I have written y by b into cos phi plus cos omega t can be written as square root of 1 minus sin square omega t into sin phi. Now, x by a equals y by b cos phi plus square root of 1 minus sin square is y square by b square into sin phi. Or this is x by a minus y by b cos phi, that is equal to square root of y square by b square into sin phi. On squaring both sides, we get x by a minus y by b cos whole square, that is equal to 1 minus y square by b square into sin square phi. Expanding this, we get x square by a square plus y square by b square cos square phi minus 2xy by ab into cos phi, that is equal to sin square phi minus y square by b square into sin square phi. So rearranging, I am bringing this to the left. On the LHS it becomes plus. So y square by b square is common, it is sin square plus cos square is therefore 1. Therefore, in the next step it becomes x square by a square plus y square by b square minus 2xy by ab into cos phi, that is equal to sin square phi. I call it as equation number 1. This equation 1 represents the general equation of an ellipse. We have special particular cases. First case, if the thickness of the crystal is such that it produces a phase difference of phi equals pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2 or 5 pi by 2 between ordinary and extraordinary rays, then cos phi becomes 0 and sin phi becomes 1. Therefore, the above equation becomes x square by a square plus y square by b square, that is equal to 1. This represents an ellipse. Equation 2 is an ellipse with x and its axis along x and y directions. Hence, light emerging from the plate is elliptically polarized if the thickness of the plate or if the thickness of the crystal is such that it produces this phase difference. Now we have second case. If the thickness of the crystal is such that it produces the same phase difference, phi equals pi by 2 plus pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2 and so on. And also if theta equals 45 degrees, that is, the vibration of the incident light make an angle 45 degrees with that of the optic axis. If that is the case, then small a will be equal to a cos 45 degree, or that is a by root 2. Similarly, b is also equal to a by square root of 2. Therefore, equation 1 becomes x square plus y square equals a square. This represents a circle. Hence, emergent light is said to be circularly polarized if the thickness of the crystal is such that it produces a phase difference of this, and if theta equals 45 degree, light will be circularly polarized. In the previous case, in case 1, light is said to be elliptically polarized. And case 3, if phi equals 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi and so on, then cos phi is 1 and sin phi is 0. Therefore, equation 1 becomes x square by a square plus y square by b square minus 2xy by ab equals 0, or x by a minus y by b whole square equals 0, or plus or minus x by a minus y by b equals 0, or plus or minus x by a equals plus or minus y by b, or plus or minus y equals plus or minus b by a into x. And this equation represents a straight line passing through the origin having positive slope b by a. Hence, emergent light is plane polarized or linearly polarized with vibrations in the same direction as that of the vibration of the incident light, if equation 4 is satisfied. Similarly, if the last case, if phi equals pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, etc., the odd multiple of pi, then cos phi is minus 1, sin phi is 0. Therefore, equation 1 implies x square by a square plus y square by b square plus 2xy by ab equals 0, or x by a plus y by b whole square equals 0, or plus or minus x by a plus y by b equals 0, or plus or minus x by a equals minus or plus y by b, or plus or minus y equals minus or plus b by a into x. Equation 5 also represents a straight line, again passing through the origin, but having negative slope b by a. Negative slope, that is minus b by a. Thus, emergent light is again plane polarized or linearly polarized, but the direction of vibration of the emergent light makes an angle of 2 tan inverse b by a with that of the vibrations of the incident light. This is the difference. This is about the theory of retarding plate. Thank you.